Vi befinner oss midt oppe i en fantastisk teknisk utvikling. På dette området skjer det mer på 10 år enn det gjorde på 100 år tidligere. Og tempoet i utviklingen ser ut til å øke. Utallige forbedringer og oppfinnelser, store og små, spredt over alle felter. Uopphørlig vil endre produksjonsteknikken og skape om hele vår tilværelse.
This is the story of Steny, a family company that has spent 50 years working hard, making the best facade panel the world has ever seen.
The values of this company has been handed down to me by my father, and these values are important making Steny into what it is today. But it all started as an idea in my father's head. I thought that there must be something better.
Asbjørn traveled up and down the Norwegian coastline, dealing in plaster and paint, experiencing firsthand how the Arctic weather treats buildings. And he thought paint isn't good enough. He wanted to make something better. He didn't only want to improve paint, but the whole construction, the whole idea. Paint, plaster, and concrete only covered the walls cosmetically. It didn't solve the real problem.
Vann finner alltid veien.
Finally, a spark of an idea popped into his head. And being a chemist, he knew that by a certain combination of materials, he might be able to create the secret formula. He started testing at home in the kitchen, not quite to his wife's delight. As a chemist, he had a lot of interesting stuff under the sink. He experimented with different chemicals and different processes to create a unique facade panel with superior qualities made for Arctic weather. He poured a bowl of polyester into the frying pan and started to heat it up. Then he poured crushed rocks into it and then started to bake the cake, observing it.
Tre funker ikke, sement funker ikke, men det her kommer til å funke.
Arctic weather calls for extreme solutions. Polyester, glass fiber, and crushed rocks, along with over 40 other materials over a period of 2 years. Asbjørn finally cracked the code and invented the secret formula that we still use to this day. He invented something new, something durable, something that stood out from everything else and still stands out today.
In 1965, my father established Steny. We started here in Norway, and we quickly expanded into the other Nordic markets as Sweden, Denmark, Finland, and after a while also UK and Benelux countries. We started as a production company, and we focused on producing high-quality panels for the Norwegian market in general. Through the 70s and 80s, we have very high focus on being a production company, but we started in the 90s to see that we needed to change over to be more market-oriented company. So instead of having distribution networks in the Nordic markets, we established our own sales companies with 100% own sales force.
After 50 years of hard work and dedication, Steny has one of the market's most unique combination of surface materials. Our Steny Color product line has unlimited color options based on NCS, RAL, and BS color systems. To raise the bar even further, we have developed a high-tech production line that offers our colors with glosses from matte and half matte to high gloss. Adding to the mix, we have the Steny Nature product line. This is nature's own product, creating a natural stone surface in various grades. Steny Vision product line is the latest development in our wide range of surfaces, and we are proud to say the best so far. This new technology inspires you to color your world and can enable you to create unique facades with a strong identity. Steny Vision opens up for any type of design, expression, or even hand-drawn exterior surfaces.
Det nesten fantasien vår som setter begrensning på hvilken mulighet vi har til å framskaffe nye former av materialer.
Panels don't look really like panels.
Produktet gir et annet estetisk inntrykk.
It has the possibility to suggest mass instead of being only a plate.
Färgbeständigheten.
En kvalitet på materialet som levereras.
Man kan få en färg som man vill ha. Det hade rätt stora valmöjligheter.
A material like Steny is very positive, and that's what we want.
From Steni's humble beginnings in a small kitchen in rural Norway, Steni has grown into a modern-day industrial adventure, constantly pushing the knowledge, wanting to improve durability and flexibility of the facade panel.
Materialers levetid blir viktigere og viktigere. Fremtiden vil kreve materialer som er enkle å framstille energimessig, som er lette, som gjør den jobben de skal uten å være for tunge, som altså lett kan fraktes uten å skape for store klimautslipp, og som lett kan tas ned og resirkuleres.
Steni is a leading producer of environmentally friendly facade panels. The production technology leaves half the carbon footprint compared to the competition. Steni achieves this both by constant improvements to production methods and by offering the market a facade panel that is maintenance-free for decades.
My father always said, quality never goes out of style. Steni is the best, and we will continue to be so.
Put us through the test. We will deliver.